Hi, Steve Norris again. If there's one thing we can all really agree on, it's that the world has become a much less predictable place over the past year or two. And many of us were sent home to do our work because the government deemed that it was not safe for us to be at our jobs, to be at our offices. Millions of people got put out of work because, again, it was unsafe to be there. Unemployment went crazy. And now, a year and a half later, government restrictions are looking like they're starting to come back again. Mask mandates are starting to come back again. And on top of that, we're facing the prospect of double-digit inflation, which even if you are working is going to start eating the hell out of your purchasing power and going to put you behind the eight ball further than you may have already been. Now, because of this and for a lot of other really good reasons, there are a lot of people that have started thinking that having a home-based business, a side gig, a side hustle, call it what you will, is a prudent move. And I happen to be one of them. And here's a few of the reasons why I think you might think so too. So, for what it's worth. First advantage of it, of a home-based business as opposed to something else, is that you can start it part-time. You don't have to risk your job. You don't have to walk away from your job, from your full-time job. You don't have to risk that income stream. This lets you keep your job while you're getting your bills still paid, and giving you time to build up a profit and generate a profit in your business. Um, it also, since you have that job and you don't need to be taking money out of the business right away, it lets you reinvest that money, build up your marketing and leverage your business and scale your business faster than you might otherwise be able to do if you were trying to live off of that business too soon. So you get to build part-time until it becomes a full-time income. Or as an alternative, you can take that part-time money that you're earning in your home business, invest that, start buying assets, investing in stocks, real estate, Bitcoin, whatever. But investing in assets that are going to start creating wealth for you so that eventually you have what really is the goal. You own enough assets and they're throwing off enough income by themselves that you don't have to rely on your job or you don't have to rely on your business, because bad things happen in business too. So the end game really is to be developing a pile of assets, and having that part-time side money coming in. You can just dump all of that money into investments, and build your investment portfolio that much more quickly. So two ways you can do that. Second advantage to a home business is that there's a whole lot less risk and a whole lot less overhead than there would be if you were A, starting full time, or B, doing a brick and mortar operation where you're looking at leasing equipment, leasing a building, leasing office space, whatever that might be. You're much less out of pocket and much less financially at risk for the startup. And in addition to that, again, if you still have your full-time job, you're at much less financial risk that way. Nothing's guaranteed in business. You can start, you can do all what you think are the right things, and things still don't work out. And if you don't have everything invested in the game, it lets you bounce back and try again if that goes bad, if it doesn't go right the first time. Now, third advantage, and this is that you get to be the boss. Most of us who are employees, we may be working really hard, we may be managing a lot of people, but we don't make the decisions. We're not really in control of what the company does, the direction the company takes, policy positions that the company might take. If you are in charge of your own home business, you're the one who makes those decisions. You decide what customers, what clients your company is going to work with. You get to decide your dress code. You get to decide your human resources policy. You get to decide pretty much everything environmentally the way the business would be. So you can build a business around your ideals and your values. Next one is, if you're working from home, you don't have to commute. Commuting sucks. And having a home business, or at least once it's a full-time endeavor for you, you eliminate that 20-minute, 40-minute, however long it takes you to commute to work, can save you hundreds of hours in the course of a year. Now, those hundreds of hours can either make you more productive, it can let you spend less of your day-to-day time invested in work, because commuting is still time that's devoted to work, lets you have more family time. There's options that you can do, but it frees up more of your time. So you're not spending it and windshield time yelling at the guy next to you because he's driving like an idiot. Next advantage that I really like is that with your home-based business, you get to keep what you produce. There's an economic fact of life that your company buys your skills from you at wholesale so they can turn around and sell them at retail. And if the company wasn't making a profit on your time, on your labor, they wouldn't have any reason to have you there. So they have to be paying you less than they can turn around and sell you for, essentially. And if you have your own business and you're working on your own projects, you're doing your own sales, whatever it is, you're going to keep a significantly larger piece of that pie, the revenues that you generate. Next is that a home-based business is going to give you a lot of tax advantages. Now, I'm not an accountant and I don't play one on YouTube, but just about every legitimate expense you incur to build and develop your business is going to be deductible against your taxes. If you're operating as a sole proprietor, that's going to end up giving you deductions against your ordinary income, your job income. Whether it's software that you buy, education that you take, travel that you do to meetings, mileage on your car, under the right circumstances, you can deduct a portion of your mortgage or your rent, a portion of your utilities at your house. There are a ton of advantages and tax advantage that you have with a home business that employees just don't get. And in some cases, just that alone can put you in a cash flow position where it's a win, even if you're not making a ton of money from the business itself. Next is there is more flexibility around your life and your family with a home business than there is with a job. With a job, they tell you when you have to be there. You have to be there when they are open, or when whether it's a 9 to 5 or if you're in retail, you've got to be there whenever you're scheduled. But you're not the one who dictates when you work. If you have a home-based business, does your kid have a game or a concert or a recital next week? Not a problem. Schedule around it. Want to take a vacation? Pack up your laptop, take your work with you. Not a problem. But with a corporate gig, you can't really do that. So you get more flexibility for building your business around your life and your business serving your life rather than it being the other way around. And also, really, you can live wherever the heck you want. You're not constrained by the location of your job. In my case, I work for a fairly decent size family business, but we don't have any locations in Texas. I have a daughter in Texas, but I can't get a transfer to there to spend more time near her. Now I also have a daughter and grandchild up here in Idaho. So for me, that flexibility is critical. I need to be able to travel between Boise and Texas and Boise and Texas so that I can spend time with my kids and spend time with my grandkids and have an income that is portable that can go with me, so that I can still travel and will still eat and still pay my bills. And that you can't do that with most jobs. And even if you're in a job that travels, you're going where the company tells you to travel. You're going where you need to go to support the company's projects. But with a home-based business, you can be pretty well location independent, location optional, for doing your business wherever the heck you would like to be. So to sum it up, you can start part-time with very limited risk. You can build it around your life, and you can do it from anywhere you want. You get tax breaks that employees don't, and you can build this to ditch your 9 to 5, to create wealth, to generate genuine freedom for yourself. Now, if all this sounds like a pretty good thing to you, I'd like to offer you a copy of a free book that I have available. It tells you how online businesses build and scale. This simple 3-step process that every successful online business use to grow and to build and to scale. And I'd like you to be able to get that for free. There's a link here. You go ahead and click it. It'll take you to a page, enter your information, and I'll get you a copy of that book right away. Other than that, I appreciate your time. If you have any questions, I'd like to hear it in the comments, or feel free to shoot me an email. I'm always available for that as well. Hope you have a great day. Thanks.